Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Order. So a little under the radar for me. It is a series of bank robberies and a car heist frighten communities in the Pacific Northwest. So bank robberies and car heists frighten people in the Pacific Northwest. A lone FBI agent believes that these crimes are not the work of a financially motivated criminals, but rather a group of dangerous domestic terrorists. Again, we don't learn anything from this, but I have to share what they write, and this is why we do it. Here's something. I was really surprised. 7.0 on IMDb, 6,359 people rated it so far. So that's cool. Okay. Now you talk about Jude Law. Okay. Nicholas Hoult, I like him a lot. Ty Sheridan, I like as well. And that's thought I saw somebody else, but I'm sure somebody else is in it. So Bradley Stryker is also in it. I recognize him. So I don't know. Hour and 56 minutes long. Pretty good ranking. Let's see. Maybe let's check the director. I always forget to do this. And our director is Justin Kurziel. That sounds familiar. Let's see. Assassin's Creed, The History of the Kelly Gang, and Nitram. Is it Nitrium? I give that one a 7. So, alright, I've seen this director before. Seems like it could be pretty good. So, I'm excited. Let me check it out, let you know what I think, and give you a better idea of really what it's about, because IMDb doesn't. Alright, stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Order, and, you know, hour and 55 minutes, I wanted more. I did. Rarely does that happen. I thought the acting was great. As I see the cast name coming up, Ty Sheridan, working backwards here. Jurnee Smollett, if you say her name right, she was in this. Ty Sheridan, I thought he was fantastic in it. And seeing the kind of arc of his character a little bit. Jude Law was, I don't want to say surprisingly, I don't know how I feel about Jude Law. It's not like I rush to see his movies. I know he's kind of a big draw. But I thought he played this role pretty good. I liked it. He was almost, you know, he didn't look like him, especially at first. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Now, I think there's a lot left on this table. That's why I wanted a lot more. The movie Nicholas Hoult is part of a white supremacist group. Let me take even a step back. This is all based on a true story. And he's part of a white supremacist group. It's part of a bigger white supremacist group. Anyway, he is the one going through and, you know, like, I think we talked about bank robbing, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, causing a little disruption in the world. Now, let me see here. You have bank robberies and car heists, you know, in the Pacific Northwest, which is interesting, right? So they say Pacific Northwest, and I'm trying to stay with it. I'm getting a little, you know, pulled away here and there, but I think they're in Idaho, is where Jude Law starts to set up he's like part of the FBI. And so is Jurnee Smollett, her character is also part of that. Ty Sheridan, I think he's just part of the local sheriff's office and gets pulled in. So they're trying to track down these people who are having the bank robberies, the car heists, all this kind of stuff. But it seems like a lot of it's taking place in Seattle, Washington, which is like 10 hours apart. So I don't know if I caught up on that, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it bothered me more and took me away. I was like thinking about it and then Googling it and then watching and then like, what? Because they're getting back and forth. It doesn't matter. They're all up in there in the upper left-hand corner of the United States. But, you know, they're doing all these different things because they're trying to create like a new world order. I just made that up. That's not what they say in the movie. And they show this book in this movie that kind of, you know, helps understand what they're trying to do. But basically, Nicholas Hoult is like putting together his own band, if you will, and of course these people are trying to get him. So, you know, action-packed, you know, and I thought it was really cool. It's based on a true story, so we get some verbiage at the end, which I was like, no real pictures, so I'm a little disappointed in that. I mentioned I'd like it to be, the visual aspect of it. It's pretty cool. I think it's a very pretty landscape that they have out there in the upper left-hand corner of our United States with the mountains and stuff like that. So, and the streams and fun stuff like that. So, a lot of cool there. Now, a couple of different things. The one. Oh, so they leave a couple of things, I think, unsaid or left to our imagination, and that could be. I'm stumbling because I don't know if I should say spoiler alert or not, but I won't say that just yet. But or is that purposeful that they're letting stuff up to it? And like Jude Law's character, and there's like hints at more depth behind him, but it's not there. It never comes out. Same thing with Nicholas Hoult. I mean, there's a little bit there, but they're the ones you want to learn more and more about. How they came to be, why are they in these positions. Ty Sheridan, I think that's good enough. And same thing with Jurnee, if I'm saying her name right. But those two I want more about, right? I really want to understand a little bit more about them, and I think once you see this movie, you will get that as well. And like I said, they tempt you with it, and it's there, but then they pull back. Or they just don't follow through, I should say. So that's a little disappointing to me in all of this. But otherwise, I thought it was really good. I think it was well written, if you will. Like I said, the cinematography is great. All in all, definitely a film worth watching. Well acted. But I will say this. I have to say this before I keep going here. But I will say spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If you have seen it already, you can stick with me. If you haven't seen it, you don't want to learn anymore, please jump off. But the ending, right? I mean, the ending is, I guess, based on the true ending. The tub and the mask filled with water. I'm like, okay. And it's kind of abrupt, and it jumps to the hunting scene. Like, I don't know. We get the words on the end to understand what has happened, but there's something there that I'm missing. What is the symbolism of, Nicholas Hoult's character sparing Jude Law's character multiple times, like that? So there's a lot of other things in this movie that I think it's worth watching multiple times to understand a little bit more, because I think there's more there. And I think it could have been a longer film. An hour and 55 is pretty long, so I think they did the right thing to get the most people to watch this movie. But I would like a director's cut. How about that? That's what I would like. I'll check that out and watch this again, because it was worth it. So I like the actors, like the movie, and it was a little gem. I had no idea. Anything about this. So hopefully I helped you out. All right, that's it. Sorry this was long. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.